Welcome to another video and welcome to New York City, and we're here in Brooklyn, and today we're going to walk the Manhattan Bridge. We're going to have spectacular views, Lower Manhattan and the Brooklyn Bridge. Come and join us. So I think the Manhattan Bridge is quite exciting. There's a lot of graffiti, very New York, and fabulous views over the Southern Harbour. So you access the steps just off J Street here in Brooklyn, and prepare for the walk. You're going to love it. It's very, very noisy across the Manhattan Bridge. You've got the subway line that runs right at the side of us. Here we go, enjoy. So we're walking from Brooklyn into Manhattan. We'll get some really good views of Chinatown, and there's a lot of graffiti on the buildings that we'll be able to see a little bit later on. There's the first subway train. I feel it shaking. We've got a jogger coming this way, so hopefully you can all still hear me on this mic. Very, very, very noisy. So it's a beautiful day here in New York City today. The time is 7:50 a.m. It's about 13 Celsius, and we're about sort of 59 Fahrenheit. It's a cloudless day. We'll do a little bit more talking when we get more onto the bridge and we get the views of Lower Manhattan. Okay, you can feel the bridge sway and the subway train. There's about 6 subway train lines heading across the bridge. And we've got the traffic at the top. So I hope you're enjoying this video so far. And we're just about to get on the main lead on where we'll get some good shots of the harbour. Subway train after subway train coming across. So you're getting the true New York sounds today. And we've got plenty of graffiti here. A lot of New York street art here. And some people really are artists, aren't they? They put their mind to it. Amazing. Subway train coming over, heading into Manhattan. It's a fabulous experience to be walking this today, even though it's very, very noisy. We've got the first view of the Freedom Tower over here. Beautiful views of Brooklyn Bridge coming up. pretty quiet at the moment, so we're coming up to 7:57 a.m. and this is a Friday morning. And a beautiful day to be in New York City. And how stunning is that looking? The Brooklyn Bridge, Southern Manhattan, and a noisy subway train right behind us. So this is the Dumbo area of New York. It's amazing how they built these bridges all them years and years ago. And the Art Deco is spectacular. Check the Art Deco out. There, it's amazing. So I hope you're enjoying these stunning 4K videos, bringing you from here in New York City. Let's get another view across into the harbour. And we've got the first view of Lady Liberty there. You'll see Lady Liberty just beyond the Brooklyn Bridge. It looks like there's quite a bit of work going on in the Dumbo area. So what a way to start our vacation here in Manhattan. Walking across the Manhattan Bridge. So, any of you watching who's walked across the Manhattan Bridge yourself? If you haven't, it's well worth doing. Plenty of runners today. Okay, so it says up here, Manhattan Bridge, 1901 to 1910. Check out all the Art Deco. Awesome. And it's a good view there of the span of the Manhattan Bridge. You can see the shadow there in New York Harbour. Okay, let's continuous walk towards Manhattan. And as you can see, we've got some amazing views there. Looks like Lynn's enjoying his walk across the bridge this morning as well. It's a beautiful temperature this morning. Not too warm at the moment. When the sun shines, really lovely and warm. So who loves New York? New York, New York. We all love New York. There's another subway train. Pretty noisy. You're all getting the real sounds of Manhattan this morning. You can still see the Statue of Liberty just beyond the Brooklyn Bridge. So about another 200 metres, we're about halfway across the bridge. stunning, isn't it? And there you go, another amazing view off the Manhattan Bridge this morning. And again, can you all spot Lady Liberty beyond the Brooklyn Bridge there? Okay, let's continue as walk towards Manhattan. Let's just take a look back to where we've come so far. And there we go, there's Glenn walking across the Manhattan Bridge this morning. Another subway train. It's the Coney Island train. Coney Island. Certainly feel it rattling the bridge. So this is our first day in New York, first major video that we're producing. There is going to be many more, make sure you check them out. So we're going to be heading at the end of the Manhattan Bridge into the Chinatown area of New York. So it's Memorial Day weekend here in New York. Currently Friday. Monday is the bank holiday, that's Memorial Day here in the United States. There's going to be a lot of people and a lot of sailors in New York. It's also called what's called Fleet Week. So Monday onwards next week is going to be a lot of boats in the harbour. Let's get another view of the city here for you. You can see there's a cruise ship in just beyond the Brooklyn Bridge there. Okay, we'll continue as walk. Everyone seems to be enjoying the walk across here today. A few joggers. Not seen any bikes come across. I don't know whether there's a separate bike lane. There is certainly on the Brooklyn Bridge now. That used to be an absolute nightmare with the tourists and the bikes. So we're so lucky to be here in New York City today on a beautiful day, walking from Brooklyn into Manhattan. So we're just reaching the Manhattan side of the Manhattan Bridge. Good view of the FDR. as you can see, plenty of graffiti. Again, look at the Art Deco. Unbelievable. So if you want to walk the Manhattan Bridge, it's not a quiet walk, it's not a peaceful walk, but it is very New York, very noisy, and spectacular views. So you can just see beyond Brooklyn Bridge is South Street Seaport. Been there many, many times. I actually prefer the old South Street Seaport. Okay, we'll continue walking across. And we should be getting soon some really good views of Chinatown and all that graffiti on the buildings are probably. Trust me, there is a lot. You've got a good view of the FDR there, heading into South Manhattan. Okay, let's keep heading across into Manhattan. So time's coming up to 8:14 a.m. now. So taking us about maybe 20 minutes to walk across. So we've crossed over the East River and we're now in the borough of Manhattan. And a lot more graffiti here. Again, when you look at the art there, it's amazing. Check that one out. We love New York City. They really are artists. Amazing. Still a beautiful temperature, and here's a bike. Here's the first bike that I've seen coming across. It's gone quiet for a moment until we see another train coming. So So people are jogging across, scooting across. Must be great to have a scooter in New York. And we're going to see a lot of the graffiti on the buildings now. Check out some of these buildings. Loads and loads of graffiti on them. Only in New York. Okay, so this is what I promised you, all the graffiti. You can view all this from here, the Manhattan Bridge. Wow. Everywhere you look. All on top of the buildings. It looks spectacular with the blue sky, Freedom Tower behind. And then you can see over to the East River and the Brooklyn Bridge. That's amazing. Hope you're enjoying the video today here in New York City. Okay, we're going to continue the walk across the Manhattan Bridge. The buildings are really, really old. All the fire ladders up the side of the buildings. And there's a great view down through Chinatown into Lower Manhattan. So lots more artwork. Somebody's actually got the washing hanging out there. Another great view of southern Manhattan there. So imagine living here with all that noise. You mustn't get much sleep, or you must get used to it. These buildings must be years and years old. Nice and quiet now until another train comes, which won't be long. All the fire escapes and all these buildings. Looks awesome. So we're now approaching the last part of the Manhattan Bridge here in Manhattan's Chinatown. Hope you've enjoyed this fabulous video this morning. A little bit noisy, but hopefully we've managed to show you the sights of New York. So if you've enjoyed the video walking across the Manhattan Bridge from Brooklyn into Manhattan, give me a thumbs up, drop me some comments, and of course subscribe to the channel. And we will see you on another video soon here in New York.